Let's get it done. And today, again, we got, again, this, I didn't even, you know how I've seen this guy that I'm talking about right now. I know his techniques. I have never, again, maybe I did hear it, but I just didn't realize it, or maybe what's it called? Again, it didn't get caught in my brain. You know how one of my techniques that I tell guys, like, make it a policy and procedure for your company to always go back and ask for a reduction. Always. Now, there's many things that can help you on. Again, if on every deal that you close, let's say on average you close 20 deals. Let's make it a good deal. A good deal. What's it called? Make sure I'm just making sure I'm live, guys. Sorry. On every deal, I'm gonna ask for a reduction, right? So there's ways you can ask for a reduction. As far as the way that I ask for a reduction, I always say, well, Mr. X, after the inspection, so we lock it up at the lowest price, let's say 70%, right? So I'm giving them 70%, right? So you might also want to bring in what the house would usually cost. Let's say, oh, it's gonna cost $100,000, and try to make it a point to tell, yeah, on average, like in most clients like you wouldn't buy something for, if it's negotiable, you're always gonna ask for a discount. Usually it's 1%, 2%. Well, let's see. Sure. Let me just check on YouTube. So make it a habit of asking, of putting that little seed in the conversation, so that the seller knows that it's gonna come, well, that you know that it's gonna come back and they're gonna relate. So the way that I ask, there we go. The way that I bring that up is like, okay, once I lock it up at the lowest price, then I ask them, again, do the inspection. I learned this technique from, I think it was Mike Martinez, if I'm mistaken, the guy that I learned it from. He would use this technique of always asking for a reduction, and the way always ask for a reduction, and the way that he asks for a reduction is by telling the client, okay, I really like the property. After our physical walkthrough, unfortunately, it looks like there's more things that we overlooked than we had expected, and sends a couple of pictures of random stuff. So then when he does that, he says, you know what, we are still interested in this property, but again, I gotta make sure the people that are buying this property with me are content. And I know they wanted a big discount. Again, we don't want to ask you for a big discount. I know I want it to be at 70. They were asking to try to see if you're okay bringing your purchase price to 60. I know that might be a long stretch. Like, bring it in. Again, know your market. In my market, 10K reduction is a lot. So get out there. No. So in my market, 10K reduction, that's why I say 10K. But again, let's say in another market, 50K reduction is nothing. If the house is worth $1 million, then it's nothing, right? So what I say that, you know what, based on that, I learned from him. Again, we got to be at, hold on, let me get this guy. Sorry guys for the intermission. So based on the property, again, we wanted to buy it at 70. Unfortunately, we got to be at 60. I know it's gonna be kind of hard for you, but is there anything you can work with us? Again, that was how I pitched it. So I try to get the lowest prices possible, and then I'll snap some pictures of the inspection, send it to them. You know what, we want it to be at 70. What's it called? Want it to be at 70, but unfortunately, my guy wants to be at 60. I know that's too much of a discount for you. Is there anything you can work with us? Because we are interested in this property. And usually they'll say no, whatever. If they say no, if they don't move anything, they say, well, can you do 62? And then no, I try to bring. I'm pretty sure if you have good rapport with the client, you will get at least a 2-3K reduction. That's been my average, 3K. So again, 3K, if you average out, let's say you make 20 deals, that's 60,000. Just in straight reduction technique, just in a straight reduction technique. So the video that I'm gonna show you, I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It's just a matter, again, you get so sidetracked with so much information that sometimes you don't even look at it. You don't even, what's it called, remember it. Let me see. I have it here. Hold on. Okay, so what he does is called reciprocity. Now, again, reciprocity is just basically when you give something, that person that receives that information or that gift, whatever, feels, again, subconsciously might feel, not everybody reacts like that, but might feel a little bit compelled to give you something in return, right? So the way that I was doing it, I was just basing it on rapport. You know what, we do want to buy the property. Here's the physical stuff that it's a little bit different from what we thought it was. So we had to be at 60 with no reciprocity. Well, some reciprocity, being a good guy, paying close and whatever. One of the things that this guy showed me then that I was like, wow, that was like, man, yeah, definitely, that can definitely make it much easier for me to get a much bigger what's called the reduction. Now you'll be asking, but like how? Well, let me show you the video and let me break it down for you. So here again, going Grand Camp from Propelio. Again, great guys. Again, I'm sad that they don't do any more videos anymore. I mean, this video is old. Okay. So basically, he's talking about reciprocity, right? How can you use reciprocity and what's it called? And this type of business, so you can get a big reduction again, so you can get your price. For me, I used to, you know what, how can I use reciprocity so I can get a reduction? Because initially I'm already trying to get the best price as possible. But when I go back to negotiate with the client, I want to get a reduction. So for me, it was just asking for the paint, taking the pictures, telling them it's a little bit different than what we thought it was, asking for a reduction. It worked for me so far, right? But with this technique that this guy does, I'm like, man, this is gonna work much better. And I might get, maybe that 3 goes to 5. So that means if it goes to 5 on average, if you close 20 deals, what is that? Just look at that technique, how much it benefits you just doing it consistently. Times 20 deals, that's $100,000 there that you're making just by asking an extra question. And I was having a make it a top of mind to always ask for a reduction. So let us see how he breaks it down, and then I'll try to explain how I got it to not be on the negotiating part. It might work on the negotiating part, but also to what's it called, use it as a payment, as a price reduction. So that's how I got it, and it just clicked on me. I was watching it again when I drive around for houses. I saw this video and like, oh wow, damn. So let's go. Hey Terry, hope you're well. I don't know if I remember you, but yeah, just hang on for the ride. Where is it? There we go. So we're kind of this video is longer than others. This one. Let's see which one is. Make sure that sometimes I have issues with the going online and stuff. Okay, there we go. So he's talking about how can you negotiate, whatever. This video is awesome. If you guys gonna watch it again, just Google it and you'll find the techniques that he has. Again, you always want to learn from everybody, and especially right now when the money's gonna be tighter for people who are just coming into the business. All this information is free. This video is an older video. This video was added. What did it say? But it's pretty old. It's probably like 2017, but it's awesome. So he's talking about reciprocity, and then this is what that stuck out to me, like, damn, that's a gold mine if you know how to monetize it. So let's go ahead and hear it.
Giving you this. I'm giving you this. Okay. Is It's nothing. It looks like an empty cup.
It's a little bit empty. I got like a drink. I'm saving it for a very particularly
Special,
dry,
okay.
a special drink. The other way that you're going to do that is you're going to literally tell them, I'm giving you this. I'm giving you this thing, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever that is. I typically do that whenever I'm going through the contracts. One of the things that I do when I'm going through the contracts is like, for instance, the, what's it called? The home warranty.
So you go, going through the contract. I'm going through a contract with the seller. Again, you explained that again, this is where you build, like he says, you build tools and you put them in your tool belt to try to get the best deal possible. This is another tool belt right now. Remember, he's talking about home warranty. He's going with the client through the contract and he's talking about home warranty. Now, what do we know about home warranty? Usually when you sell a house, you want to convince the seller the buyer to buy your property. You know what? I'll throw in a home warranty. Home warranties can range from $500 to $1,000 depending on the house. Let's just round it out to $1,000. Okay, so let's see how he breaks it down.
Warranty. There's a section in the contract for a home warranty. The seller typically pays for the home warranty.
So remember, this is why it's so powerful. It's a standard contract, the TREC, and it's telling you that in the TREC, it is customary that the homeowner is the one that pays for the home warranty. And now the seller pays the home. Now you're the buyer. You know what? Look at this. Before I tell you, it's beans.
None of us, I say none of us, most of us don't ask for the seller to pay for a home warranty when we're doing an investment property.
We don't see how we don't, you see that's why I love this guy. You see how we don't monetize that part? We just don't do it. We don't monetize it.
Not typical. But what I will say when I get to that point is, hey, I'm not going to, most of the time sellers are required to pay
well, Mr. Seller, most of the time sellers are required to pay the home warranty.
A home warranty for the house. I'm not going to ask for you to do that. I'm just going to give you that off,
look at
right?
This.
And I'm going to mark through that in front of them. Now I've given them something.
You see, and that's the key. That's the key that I got. You to fist again, saying something, seeing something, hearing something is different. They're all compound each other, but as soon as the seller says seller's warranty and you scratch it off, like he says, the seller receives something. Now he didn't mention money, but home warranty sounds expensive. What's the average insurance on a house for a year? $1,200, $1,300 for the average house in my area, for 150K. No, probably more. Probably less, like 100K. So for them, it's giving them a lot of value. Oh shit, he's giving it for free. He's not requesting, and he scratched it off. So that made it solidified that he's giving you the best deal is possible, and he's giving you something of value that it's no longer just being somebody that can sell it fast, they can buy it fast. Now it's going to be somebody that can actually give me value by saving me money.
Now they're in debt to me. So for two reasons. A, if I get later on in the negotiation and I need something from them, they subconsciously, I've already given them that. I've already knocked off time from the like the survey. I don't require a survey for
another thing. The survey. Remember, just frame it to the client. It is customary if you want to sell me something, if I want to sell you something, Mr. Seller, Mr. Buyer, I need to make sure that it's a property that it can be sold, that it's marketable, right? And that it's the right address and the right location and it's the right dimensions, right? So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and scratch that off. The survey, usually the seller that guarantees me, the buyer, that's the lot or the property, I'll go ahead and scratch it off. Boom, 2 big bangers there. Just on having it, because we usually tell you know what, we don't ask for surveys. We don't do anything like that. We just buy it cash as is. We pay for everything. But when you make a point to actually explain it and scratch it off, have the seller see like, wow, he's literally physically doing something on the contract that's going to save me money. You got him there.
From them, there's a couple of things in the contract that I intentionally.
And the important thing that it's on the TREC. I'm in Texas. It's on the actual contract from the state.
Say everybody else has to do this, but I'm not going to ask you to do this.
Again, usually if you were interested, you were to sell this property, you have to pay for the survey, you have to pay for the homeowner's insurance, you have to pay for the escrow fee, you have to pay for the repairs, the appraisal, the inspections. But I'm not doing that. But again, that's good to hear. But when you see it on the contract that it gets scratched out, like shit, that's like tangible. You can see it, like somebody scratched out this. That means it's giving me a credit.
So that later on, if I do need to ask for something, they feel more obligated to give it to me. And if they want to ask something of me later, I can say, I already gave you this, I already gave you that, and I'm going to be unable to give you that as well, without getting something in return.
So that's why, so the key is to being able to monetize what you do. Because you always say we pay for everything we're closing, but we don't monetize it. And when you don't monetize it, then again, it's left out there just for assumptions. But when you actually put it and you scratch it off, like, oh shit, the seller's gonna be like, oh damn, this is gonna be great. I'm getting big discounts because I'm seeing that it's in the contract that says the seller usually pays, scratched off.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a really kind of sly way to work yourself into making sure that you can always get when you give.
So basically,
So there, just to wrap it up, what he's saying, like, yeah, now, like for me, now that I use my technique of taking pictures and telling, you know what, my average is the 3K discount. Taking pictures. Well, Mr. Seller, I know we want it to be at 70,000. After the inspection, again, I'm not an inspector, so that's why we pay for the inspector out of our pocket, $500 to do the inspection. This three or four things were discovered that were not seen in the first initial. Now, it doesn't scare us. We're still interested in buying this property, but again, just to make sure that it works out for both of us, we need to get a little bit of a discount. And usually, based on what the contractor's telling me, I got to be close to $60,000. Again, then you die on the sword, right? What does that mean? I know, sir, that this is too much for you. I wouldn't do this. It's too much of a discount. But is there any room for you to help me out? And you be quiet. Now, if you set up the call, like this conversation, like wise, that when you talk to the client, you're gonna pay for this, and when the contract, he sees you scratch that off, reciprocity is in his back of his head. He's gonna think, well, I gave him credit for $1,200 for the home warranty. I gave him credit for the survey. Survey is another $700, 3,000. You know what? He was already gonna give you 3. He might give me 5. You see how now you're monetizing just talking to the client. So when you bring it up to the client, you send the pictures. You know what? I know it's gonna be too tough for me. I know you told me that you need this money for this. We are still interested in the property. We don't want you. We don't want you to what's it called? Have any more delays with the property inspections and everything. But we do need to have just a little improvement in the price. Is there any room for you to help me out? So again, he's thinking about everything that we talked about in the 2-3 calls that we had in the physical walkthroughs. So now he's gonna be like, you know what? He might not do anything. He might say, well, I can't really do that. Man, I know, Mr. Seller, again. And then this is where if he says no, just no, I can't. I really wanted 70. Okay, can you do 62? Again, and I still got to get an approval at 62, but can you do 62? And I'm thinking, I haven't tried it because I haven't done it. Instead of giving me 2,000, 3,000, he might say, you know what, I can do 65, maybe in the middle. So that way I brought my 3K to 5K. Now, if you never ask for a reduction, then you never get that 5K. But with this technique, it solidifies how you can do it. Make it a policy and procedure forever. If you're by yourself, like me, that I do other calls and do other conversations with the clients, make it a policy. Make it a policy in your presence. Like one of the things that most people don't do that I learned from Max Maxpo is that you need to do a policy and procedure handbook of everything that you do, how to pull the list, how to text, how to do it, everything. And one of the acquisitions should say, we acquire it at the lowest price, we do our walkthroughs, inspections, whatever, and then policy number 2, we ask for a reduction. How? Send 3-4 pictures, explain this, get a reduction. And now that you know how in the acquisition part, before we even talk to getting a contract, we talk to the client. Hey, this is this. We're paying for this, And then when you agree to a price, you don't want to sell it. By the way, I forgot this, but usually you don't have to pay for the survey. You pay for this one. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and have my guys convince them, and I'll pay for it. So you don't have to pay for it. Boom, scratch it off. So that's basically it. That I wanted to talk to you about that, how I'm gonna use it, and I'm hoping that in 2020, by the last 2022 of this year, and the next 2023, that I can increase my reductions from 3 to 5 or 3 to 7. Now that's an average if the house is worth 100,000. If I get it under 100, but remember, if you get a bigger house in bigger markets, that the house is worth 400,000. Now, one thing also, you're like, well, that's too much. Well, not really. If he gives you a 5,000 reduction on a 70K purchase, it's only 7% reduction. It's nothing. If he gives you a 30K reduction on a 400K purchase, that's 7%. You see how it's $30,000 just for being able to set up this conversation the right way, and then when you do the inspections, asking for the reduction automatically. So again, you can always Google Mr. Grant Cam and Propelio. Awesome guys. They haven't done any videos, but their old data is still there, and they're amazing. Now, what's going on, Mag? Sorry, I was just wanted to make sure, because I heard this on I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was like, wow, I wasn't even doing that. I wasn't even doing that, and that's gonna give me a lot of value.
I like that. Good job there, Arturo.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah. What is the name of the guy again?
Grant Camp.
Okay.
Just do Propelio on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Propelio TV. There are tons of videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So so I think I like it, and the only thing that I'm kind of a little bit, you know, like on the fence is, what about if we have to go back, like the guy that I'm gonna talk to? I'm gonna talk to remember my deal that I have here. He needs to take a haircut. He's basically you know, I'm gonna talk to him today about it. And I don't know what I gave to him as reciprocity in order for me to actually, you know what I mean, like get it back. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Like for you, it's not, again, if you didn't lay it down in the beginning, then it's not gonna be there. But for you, it's totally different. It's gonna be your external situation as far as the market, how the market shifted crazy.
Yeah.
In the beginning of November, the interest rates were 8.67 in my area, for an average 620, 650 credit score, for an average 150K a house, 150K purchase for the house. So again, for you, it's a market shift. You know what, Mr. Seller? Man, I don't know if you've been having your ear to the ground, but it's been crazy out there for anybody. Again, I'm trying to convince my purchase guy to acquire this property, but again, the money that was good last couple of months is no longer good this month. We need to get things cheaper, and some deals will fall through the middle, through the cracks. Again, I've been fighting for your deal because, again, I understand your situation, what you want to do. You just bought it, you couldn't flip it, and now you're stuck. But again, unfortunately, I am the guy that needs to tell you that it's time for you to consider selling it at a bigger discount than what you actually negotiated.
Right.
And maybe you lose 20, 30K, but you gain the 700, whatever you bought it for. Maybe, like, just give me an example. Maybe you do lose 30K, but you do get 70.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. Either that, or you can always, like I always tell you, Mr. Seller, you can always just keep it. Just keep it always. Again, if you can weather the storm, it'll come back. The situation right now, it's gonna get better, but it's not gonna get better in a couple of years. It might get better in 3 years. And if you have the money to pay for 36 months worth of payments on both houses, and you don't worry about that, I wouldn't take the haircut on my equity. I'll burrow down and make the monthly payments. Hopefully, it's not a hard money loan where you're paying 12, 13%. Like, you bring that up so he hears 12, 13%. But I would just keep on making the payments.
Yeah.
And again, and hoping that the market, it's not 3 years, it may be 24 months.
Right.
But I'm here because, again, I want to be upfront with you. This is where we're at. It's not only me. Look everywhere. Look at the houses. Look at, again, if I feel bad for you, imagine how the people feel, all those refinance brokerages. Their business died from one day to the other. Who here is doing refinances? Who wants to refinance from a 2 to a 9? Nobody. Nobody. So they're fired. You still have leverage because you still have a house. Now, if you can make the payments, keep it. Pay for 36 months worth of payments. Just multiply. Let's say your average payment is 1,000. You're paying 36,000 worth of payments. Now, just look at your equity. Okay, if I was to have a successful flip, I can make 150. I did everything. So 150, take away the 36. That's what let's say 114. If you can live with 114, do it. Keep it. Don't sell it to
Yeah.
me. Again, you don't gotta make me feel bad. I would do that myself. Like I would say, it's business and then relationship. Okay, you trying to butter him up to keep it, but he's not gonna want to.
Yeah.
He's not gonna want to. But you're saying it that way. You're saying that the market's crazy. That if I was you as the investor, I'll keep it, but I gotta have the bank account.
Yeah.
And it looks like I can butter him up more. It looks like you're a pretty savvy investor. That's why you bought this flip. Again, you probably have money in your savings. Just keep it. Bite the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh shit. And if he says yes, follow up in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Because maybe he says yes right now, but once he pays 2 payments, I don't know what did he borrow or did he what's it called? Pay cash.
No, he got hard money, bro.
Oh, boom. So what's hard money? Well, he probably has a better rate than a bank loan right now. He probably is paying like an 8.
Yeah, so but it's still, it's still a rate.
They're still high. It's still
Yeah.
high because on those hard money loans, you want to have your flip horizon has to be 6 months at most.
Yeah, he's been
We're
holding this thing
telling
already.
and like Mr. Seller, yeah, just keep it. I'm hoping that your hard money loan doesn't have any what's it called due on sale clause, as far as not due on sale clause, but an expiration date. Because some hard money loans are just for like 12 months.
Yeah.
And hoping you can negotiate with them and just keep on making payment. Again, they're gonna make a killing, but again, you keep the equity.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'm here. I'm here to buy this property. I'm willing to take that problem off your hands. But again, we got to be reasonable, more reasonable with the price.
I think I told you I put it on the MLS, right?
You told me that we were gonna do it. I don't think that you.
I did it. I put it on MLS. I got I got some hits. I think the challenge with the property is because it's in front of a cemetery. Location.
Yeah, I think that might be a problem.
So that's the problem. It's in front of a cemetery and nobody, because I get people are not actually bringing a number. I try to get a number out of people just to see if I can renegotiate. But a lot of people have been like, oh, they didn't like, or it's a lot of work, or it's basically once that it's in front of the cemetery, they don't want to wake up looking at the cemetery.
Now, let me ask you this: is that all that neighborhood? It's all residential?
It's all no, there's like a place there that it's
Can it be
commercial.
I'm asking, can it be converted to a commercial?
Yeah, you could.
For a lawyer. Lawyers don't care where they're at. Lawyers, not doctors, lawyers, accountant, what's it called? A probate attorney, owned by the cemetery, a will attorney. But yeah, man, that's what I would do. But exactly what I'm telling you, just master the keynotes. That's why before we watch this video again, and drop it on him. Drop it on him. That's what he needs. He's gonna be looking at.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna definitely. What's thanks, man? What's going on with you, Ace?
So I was gonna tell you the breakdown. That one, awesome. I'm gonna be using that technique, and I'll tell you how it goes. I have that deal that closed finally. Like I don't know if you're in the. Oh, are you in the chat?
No, I'm not. No.
So basically, I bought it. I remember again. I have 2-3 deals that are kind of like similar prices. I bought it, I think, for 24, listed it for 59, sold it for 49. He gave me 20K down, and then we just closed 20K down, and then 5 at closing, and then the 23. So I closed that one. So I made 25,000 on that deal.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's let me show you there we go. You can see it. That's from the closing.
Nice. Yeah, I think I got.
Focus.
It's not focusing. It's all good. Nice. Oh, there we go. 23,000.
So basically that plus another $700 equals 24,000 the purchase price. So yeah, the 20 after everything. The only thing that I had to do with this house was cut the grass.
Where'd you get those leads from?
I think that was a Facebook guerrilla, if I'm not mistaken, because I said on the group that that was from SEO. The SEO is the other one that I just sold today. Let me show you the text. There we go. Let's see. So the other SEO, if you look at there towards the last part, it says, see, come on, focus. Focus, dude. There you go.
There-
Good morning. Good morning, sir. I just sent you over the contract for signatures. Thank you. So that
Mhm.
one was the SEO. The SEO was a mistake. So the way the SEO worked was that a mistake. The guy called there was an attorney that there's on Google My Business. Somebody somehow put my email, my website on their, when they click website,
Yeah.
it opens my website.
Oh shit.
So he called me, and then I was telling him, so what do you want to do? I'm not the attorney, but we buy property, so we know how to handle paperwork. And again, you won't be the first person that I kind of guide for free. He said, well, I inherited the property. My father gave it to me. What's it called? I put 20K into it. And what's it called? And I just want to get out. Again, I didn't get to finish it with 20K. Now, what's the good thing about inheritance? They don't see the value in it. The person that receives it don't see the value in it because they didn't work for it.
Yeah.
So tell them, you know what? And I told him, the first thing I told him, you know what? Do this. You need an affidavit of heirship. You need to do this. You need to do an affidavit of heirship. Again, this is why knowing your lingo and knowing your paperwork helps you. So you know what? You can do an affidavit of heirship. You can do a what's it called? You can do a deed to yourself from your grandpa, and then you're set. You know what? I'll give you the questionnaire, get it done, and then I'll do it for $500. So I told him, you know what? I'll do everything because the attorney is gonna charge you almost $1,200 for this. And he's like, but I'll send you the questionnaire for free. You can take it anywhere else. The questionnaire is basically the map of the family. You can do that, and then you can do that and do the deed for that. He said, oh, I think I have a lady that is gonna help me. Perfect. And then he calls me back. Usually, he wouldn't have called me back. I have it on my follow-ups. Hey, did you get that affidavit completed? And if he did, perfect. And if it not, what's going on? So he calls me 2 days later. You know what? He's not helping me. You both. You know what? Hey, dude, I know you're struggling, dude. It's a lot of paperwork for anybody. Again, sell it to me. He's like, I'll give you 20, man. I'll pay for all the closing. I'll pay for the taxes. I'll pay for the paperwork. Yeah, perfect. And then I sent him the price, and I bought it for 20. Yeah, for 20. For 20, it ended up being like 22 with the taxes and the escrow. And I just sold it for 55.
Okay.
And the reason why I sold it for 55 because the market shifted.
Yeah.
I would have sold that house in March. When I got the contract, I would have sold the house any day for probably like 80K.
Right.
But I set it up in March. I got it I think it was March or April when I got it locked up. But getting the affidavit completed, getting the what's it called, the family tree completed, getting the affidavit of heirship completed, not only the questionnaire, the affidavit, actual document, and then getting the deed completed, it took 4 months.
Yeah.
So it sat. And by the time I listed it, I think I listed it 70 days ago. The interest were like at 6. So it's expensive.
Yeah.
So
Did you do you have like set buyers that you work with, or you just list everything?
for this too, again, 20K, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't have to. I didn't want to lose on anything. Again, I didn't have to make 5, 10K, 20K for a buyer. Let me just listed it. I was hoping that I can sell it for 80. If I buy it for 20, 22, if I list it for 80 and I close for 70, I make 50K in the middle. And that's why I listed it. But the market shift, when I put it out there, I think it was like a month and a half ago. It was September. The first increase in interest happened in May. It was already like at 5 or 6, so it was no longer a good deal for a flipper. Because that house, if you would flip it, it's probably worth around 140, 149. You got to put probably 30K into the property. It's a small house, but it's wood. It's easily manageable. But it happened, and you know what? The reason why I sold it for 55, so I don't want to hold it anymore. You know what? I got it for 22. Again, the agent's getting what? The buyer's paying for everything. So I got it for 55. Sold it for 55. I'm paying the guy, the realtor, 3%. 0.97. I'm making 53 minus 22 and a half. Well, it was like 23 and a half. I'm making 29. I'm making 30K on that deal. So 29,850. So again, I bought it for 20. Again, doubling my money. I shouldn't be envious of that. Just do it. So again, that's why, you know what? I wasn't gonna go for that price because I have listed for 69. But look, again, I was like, do I, like last week's video, I was like, do I predict that the market's gonna get better in 6 months or it's gonna get worse? Do I predict that people are gonna have more money in their pockets or less money in their pockets?
Yeah.
They're probably gonna have less money in their pockets. So you know what? Let me bite the bullet. I'm making, again, don't be greedy. I'm making 29K.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just do it. Just do it. And close on it. And again, go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say, what do you think about the market now? Where it's going in the 3 to 6 months?
It's going down.
Yeah.
It's going down. It's going down, and it's not gonna, again, these deals are gonna be popping up where people have properties out there that they don't, that like vacant properties. One thing that I'm targeting now is have constructed properties, like they raised the cinder blocks, or they have the foundation, because those people have their house somewhere else that they live, right? And now it's gonna get tougher with money. So now I'm gonna buy them for dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And now how do I look for those? I look for those properties by looking at improvement, land value, and improvement value. When you go to the CAD, which is the county appraisal district, you scrape all that data, and then you look at the land value that says 50, and you see the improvement. If the improvement is 5,000, it's just probably foundation. So the lowest improvement, that means the property that are not, and most likely they're gonna have an absentee address.
Yeah.
That's gonna be and I already have it. I just need to work on it. So that's gonna be my next deal. So that's one thing. Like I was telling Vic, what I'm doing now, I'm also gonna be doing, I have one deal. Okay, let me see. Negotiations, deal close. I just told you about that one. I have the 80 acres that I'm negotiating with the client. I might have a buyer at 22 and a half. Right, 22 and a half. Because I just put it out there per acre. So 22 and a half per acre. There's 80 acres. 22 and a half times 80 is 1.8. Now the person that wants it, I'm gonna, now this guy is just tentative. He hasn't given me a set date price. He wants 17 per acre. 17,000 per acre times 80. That's 1.36. I'm thinking if I can get it for 15, again, you always ask for a discount. If you get it for 15 times 80, you're at 1.2. And if you sell it for, let's say you get it for 23 times 80, again, that's 1.8. You're making 640 in the middle for land. So that's a land deal that it landed to me doing an LC LSI. No, it was a loan mod. I think it was a loan mod deal. Again, it was a loan mod. So what I'm looking also, I'm searching through loan mods to get approved and get recorded on the county. I scrape those and I send them a text. Hey, I'm interested in your property. Because
those are the pre-foreclosures, right? And stuff.
No, well, they're kind of like before pre-foreclosures.
Before.
They just got out of forbearance, and now they're trying to get what's it called?
Because a lot of times they're not gonna be able to continue paying, and then you'll be able to capitalize on that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because some of these clients really couldn't pay before the pandemic. The pandemic saved them, so they're in forbearance, and now there's just a matter of the band-aid. They're putting another band-aid by doing a loan.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So any other targeting lists that you are
the same one.
Are you planning to do any creative deals now, or?
Well, that's the next one. So that's the 80 acres. Now there's that 80 acres that came in. I have 20 units that I'm working on. That's for me, it's too expensive, but the 20 units is too expensive, but I'm gonna meet with them. They're elderly people.
Yeah.
So if they can owner finance for me, if I can cash flow, a couple of thousand a month?
Yeah.
After everything, I might buy it for 3 million. Just as long as they give me a long horizon to pay for it.
I'm wondering why haven't you got into the apartment buildings deals yet, man?
Because I don't market to them. I don't market. It might be a mental block. I don't market to. I did close a 6-plex last year.
Yeah.
But I don't market to them as much. Again, I'm marketing to land because it's easy to. I'm not marketing to land, but I got this land deal to that. But yeah, again, I'm not saying that I'm gonna do it, but yeah, I'm definitely looking to try to do some, what's it called, land deals and multifamilies,
Yeah.
like this one. So that's a $3 million. Hopefully, I can see what I can do with that deal. And the one that I'm doing, what's it called, the owner finance. So this deal, I think what it was, I don't know what type it was, what type of deal, what type of list it was from. It was a text. It was a text that I sent the lady. Let me see if I can find it. Hey Vic, what's going on, brother?
Mr. Vic is on the house.
The house. This is where I don't like. I reply to, like, this is what I hate. I can't search for something.
I reply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. Second. But what the deal was that I texted the wife. The guy called me back. The guy called me back, so the numbers didn't match.
Right.
He's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, you said you texted my wife. What's the address?" Okay, perfect. And I saw the house and the address. He had it listed with an agent for 229. It's 2,900 square feet in my area. That house in March, that shit would have sold for 229. It's 2,900 square feet times what's it called? 1.45. It would have sold for around $380,000 to $400,000 when the market was hot.
Huh.
Before the market got hot, that house would have sold for all day for $290 before the market got hot. And now he's selling it for $229,000.
Yeah.
So I texted him. He's like, "No, it's listed." So he's like, "Oh, don't worry. Hope it sells." I had it in my follow up, and then I checked again when I reached out to him that he hadn't sold it. That it was removed from the listing. So when I called him, "Hey, what happened? Did it sell?" Like, "No, it didn't sell. We just removed it from the listing." He was getting no bites.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoa, again, we can't do cash, but again, I put myself as a boss, as my boss. Yeah, my boss, you can probably just pay your price, no negotiation, pay your monthly payments that can make sense for both of us, and cash you out in 3 years. Hopefully the market gets better in 3 years." He's like, "Well, how does that work out?" Like, "Yeah, we just get price, pay."
I think we lost him. Ace.
Yeah, welcome to the Mag and Vic show where Arturo is our guest. Yeah, and we talk about creative financing here with our static picture of Arturo in the background.
Love it. What's going on, Vic?
Hey man, how are you doing?
Great,
and
brother.
for all you newcomers here, Mag and Vic are the proteges of Arturo, and we got Tyree in the house. What's
Tyree,
up?
Tyree, how's it going, man? Introduce yourself. You're
Can't
mute,
hear
I
you,
think.
brother. You're muted.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, he had to get the cap.
Yeah, so I'm new in the group, maybe 2 months. Working out with REI Reply.
Right.
Gotta make some calls now. Just got my new lease, put it back in, and gotta make some offers now.
So sorry guys, my sucks. I might get it, whatever you call it. I might get that one. So you were talking to
Tyree was introducing himself that he's new to the group.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, brother. Where are you from, man?
I'm from Florida, but I live in Houston now.
Oh, okay, Houston. You're Texas like me. I'm San Antonio, a little bit south.
All right, nice.
Yeah, definitely, man. How's your market? Well, how's Houston? Houston's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm actually targeting. So I almost had a deal last week with someone I thought a homeowner in Pensacola, Florida, but I got a lot of I put an ad on Craigslist, so I got a lot of tenant buyers who are looking for homes in that area. So I basically been sending out text blasts to people in Pensacola, Florida, and I got a couple homeowners I got a call that were responding yes, maybe, things like that on REI reply. So I'm in the process
Okay.
of working it out.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think Justin are you on Justin's 12 o'clock call where he like the targeting those giant $1 million houses?
I've been on it a couple of times, but I don't want to get too distracted with too many things, you know?
Oh, yeah, but the reason why I brought it up is that he's targeting those bigger for sale by owner houses. Are you trying to do lease options or are you trying to do wholesale assignments?
Lease options.
Okay, so that's the I think on Mondays at 12 o'clock. That's why I don't do lease options in Texas. I do wraps, but again, I know there's going to be a flood of properties that are going to be available for people to sell them owner finance. So I wanted to know how to do lease options.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
not
talking
being
Florida right
not-
now.
Florida, okay, yeah, Florida is it's a big market. But I know Texas is gonna boom with especially with the pre-foreclosures. But if we catch them early, we can do lease options and just I don't want to be in the middle because you can't in Texas. Just get I was telling you if I can do 10 deals at 10K per deal, I don't mind doing that just
Nice.
by doing lease options. So yeah, and I don't know how to do lease options. Like the text that he was sending, I don't know if you saw the text. He says, "Hey, hello, Mr. Homeowner. I'm an executive landlord." Like, oh, that shit's different. Like, what do you mean, an executive landlord? So I have this high-end clients that are looking for temporary, short-term owner finance deals. Are you interested in maybe getting a full price offer for your house here in the next 24 hours? Call me back, text me. Thank you. You see how that's
He's
different?
working on it though. He's working on it. Me and him are
Yeah.
we gonna go hardcore on next week,
But
right?
you see how by throwing that word executive landlord, that sounds different. I work with executive clients. Oh shit, executive clients are people that can pay top dollar. That's why I'm giving top dollar. So
Very
they're more
correct.
open to talking to you. And like I was telling, like last time he was on the call, and he said where they were going role playing, and he was saying, well, role playing the guy called Justin. He had getting on a bunch of lowball offers. He's like, well, Mister, what's your offer? What's your price? $279 sold. Where can I email you the contract? He's like, what do you mean sold? Like, yeah, that's what I would have told. Sold. $279 sold. What's your email? So I can email you the contract. You want to come see it? Oh, don't worry about it. $279. He's like, okay, sign. Okay, now let's figure out how do I pay you the $279? Do I pay you cash? Do I pay you in payments? Do I do a lease option? But you see, you take away their biggest objection as far as the low ballers giving him. If it was listed for $279, he was probably getting like 200K, 180 low ballers, right?
Yeah.
But when he says his price $279, kill his objection. That's what I would have done. Okay, perfect. I'll give you $279. Okay, is it under your name or your wife's? Perfect. Let's drop the contract. He's like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, $279. You say you want $279, right? Okay, perfect. Now let's figure out how do I pay you that money? Do I pay you cash? Do I pay you in payments? So that kind of throws a wrench in his being angry and people low ballers by you giving him his price. Now now once we get your price, then we backtrack as far as reverse engineer. How do I structure to make sure that I can pay you that money?
Nice.
So that's one of those two things. On those two times that I was on the call, I got that one on the first time and the second one. The executive landlords, that's awesome. I haven't used it, and that giving the seller the full price, and then figuring out how do I pay you the full price. Because remember, you can overpay for any property as long as you get the right terms.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if you've heard about the 20 units in my area. They're wanting for $3 million. It's probably worth $3 million maybe, but for somebody that's going to sit on it. But if I can get them for $3 million, but a good comfortable payment after I do numbers with the rents and the what's called other depreciation and stuff that I do in Texas, let's say it nets after everything is said and done $5K. If I can get the people to take $3K a month and I keep it $2K, I don't mind paying it $3 million because it makes sense. I make
How many years?
20.
Wow.
They're pretty newer units. I think they're bringing in probably around 1,000 a unit. So it's bringing a pretty penny. But again, the leverage for me and the weakness for them is that they're older people. They don't want to deal with the landlords. They don't want to be landlords They don't want to do it with a collection because it's a hassle. Having 20 units, imagine having one rental is crazy. Imagine having 20 clients. You got to collect on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and sometimes on a daily basis because they don't pay you on the first. Try to call them on the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Knock on the door. It's work, and these people sound like they're 80, and the husband's deaf from 1 year. Imagine the stress that they have.
Property management, right?
Yeah. Well, property, they don't want to deal with anything. I think for them, they just want to, you know what, let me have the monthly payment, a property manager. But they might not know about the property manager.
All right.
So again, they're what's it called? In my area, what I do get, a lot of people, they're mom and pops, they don't know how to like use a service to manage their properties. They manage their self-owned, they self-managed because they have the conception that I can save money. When they actually, you do save a little money, but you get a bunch of stress.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So yeah, those two videos, the one that with the executive landlords, and then that price, that kind of got my little wheel turning as far as what can I do? How can I monetize these two techniques so I can get more deals? Because they are gonna come. Again, there's no way. First of all, there's no way this inflation is gonna go down next year. There's no way that income is gonna go up for clients as far as their monthly income. So shit's gonna hit the fan. Again, the diesel shortage is coming. It's coming hopefully, well, not hopefully, towards the end of the month, where there's no diesel. If there's no diesel and they have to go further to buy it, that means they have to pay more. That means the truckers have to charge more. That means the farmer has to charge more. And that means we, the consumer, have to pay more. So you see how everything's just correlated.
Wow.
And we got 2 more years with this bullshit. So
That's nationwide, the diesel problem?
nationwide. Yeah.
Who brought that on?
The way, if you don't, again, when, or I don't want to get political, but when you fuck around with your main supplier because he's fucking around somewhere else, not even like he's fucking around with not even your town, and you fuck around, oh, you're fucked up, you become you want to be the Mother Teresa of the world. Hey, you shouldn't be fighting. You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna cut you off from. I'm gonna cut you off from the world. And then he says, wait a second, bitch. I'm the one with the fuel. You need me. But we cut him off, and now he's not selling to us. So now we're trying to buy for other properties from our places. Now we even asking for Venezuela to give us this cheap ass gas, and we have to what's it called? Refine it here in our area. It's gonna be expensive, and I don't think they're gonna make amends over there where he's gonna start selling us back again. And he's set on his mind he's never gonna probably sell to America anymore. That's fucked up. What else comes from over there? What's it called? Fertilizer. They're the number 1 producer of fertilizer. Who uses fertilizer? Growers. Where? In the United States. So if I had to go somewhere else to get fertilizer that's going to be more expensive, I pay for more fertilizer for more expensive, I got to increase my prices for my products. And then you add the diesel shortage, and then you add the inflation up. Again, you see how it stacks. You're stacking, and you're literally removing the chips from the Django, whatever you call it, thingy. It's gonna fall over. But again, if you do it the right way, there's still deals out there. Just like I was telling Mag when I sold this property for 55, I didn't want to hold the bag. Just sell it. I'm making double my money. Just sell it. I could have made maybe a little bit, an extra 10K, 15K, but to hold it, and don't worry about it. Just sell it. Again, a fast nickel is much better than a slow dime.
Nice.
So yeah, man. So yeah, again, there's deals out there. Just make sure that we negotiate the right price. Now, remember, prices are gonna have to go down, so you have to buy at a deeper discount. And this is where the guts comes in with getting better prices. Go ahead, Mag.
Hey, so I know we kind of touched base on this before, and you said, it could be like a mental battle for you, but let me ask you this. What do you think about virtual wholesaling?
It's good. I personally have a mental block.
Okay,
I try
gotcha.
to do it. For some reason, I just have a mental block.
Gotcha.
But I think it takes a while for me to remove myself from where I'm at and put myself in a place of not having anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard when I retired from being a lender. It was hard for me to do that, for me to put myself where I'm hungry again. Because again, I was comfortable. I had a house, I had a car, I had money in the bank.
Yeah.
So doing that again, in order for me to go wholesale virtually, I had to put myself in that mentality that I'm broke. My family's not gonna eat, and it's hard. Again, I've tried it, but I'm too comfortable right now. But yeah, again, that might be something that's where the lease option comes in.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking about, experimenting other
Marcus,
markets and stuff.
Me too.
New Jersey's not easy, man. I mean, you saw how much I've been fucking working, right? So all
yeah,
these
New
years.
Jersey, but it's because it's a bigger market. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And here's the thing, here you gotta have money to actually put into the deal. I mean, to actually put it to marketing. I know people that put like $2,000, $3,000 a month in marketing.
No, that's nothing, dude. There's people that drop 50, 60K in marketing what's it
Yeah.
called, a month.
Yeah,
And this is where I don't like the people that say, oh, I made fucking 60K a
exactly.
year, 60K a
Yeah,
month.
yeah,
Well, how much did you spend though in marketing?
yeah,
You can't
exactly.
sell me that you closed $100,000 in wholesale deals on September. Yeah, perfect. But how much did you spend? What's your infrastructure like? Well, I have 7 people and I have overhead of 30K and I spent 30K in marketing. Well, bro, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't sell me
Have,
on that.
have you heard of?
Go ahead.
Sorry, what was that, Tyree?
A lot of stress.
Yes,
A lot
a
of
lot of
stress.
stress, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you done agent? Have you heard about the strategy of agent outreach? Ace.
No, not what is that?
So basically, you reach out to the agents, and you put properties on the contract, and then you find a buyer right away. You get like a 10K on the MLS.
Yeah, remember, it's this is that if you heard the early part of the video, I think his name is Rick Martinez.
Mhm,
This is where I got that technique about asking for a discount on all your deals.
mhm.
He does that where he finds it in the MLS
Yeah,
and then he gets a buyer right away. Now, there's 2 things you got to have there. First, you got to find the deal, and second, you got to be able to find a buyer within. A
yes.
buyer that doesn't know anything, a buyer that it's not on the internet that can close it quick. It works, but now look at yourself also. Like, this economy is crazy. If it's in the MLS and it hasn't sold, it's for a reason. Either the seller just mistimed the market, or the seller has a too high of a price and he's not willing to negotiate.
Yeah.
Or the agent sucks.
Or mainly the agent stuff. Oh yeah, because agents are just marketers, dude.
Yeah.
They're
Maybe.
really out of 100 agents, probably like 3 are are good. That they're actually negotiate and most of them are just marketers. They just put in the MLS hoping that it bites. And it did back in March, the 2021 and towards the early part of 2022. But that shit doesn't work no more.
Yeah, a lot of realtors now, is actually exiting the game.
Yeah, because again, like it or not, it shifted like crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll keep you posted, if I go virtual or not, but
Yeah, man. Well, it's the Tyree's doing it virtual. What's your
Yeah,
experience with the virtual, Tyree?
I think is
Again, I don't know. What's your experience going virtual?
So I already have an online business. I've been working online since 2017. So my work, I got like 10 workers overseas, different countries, like 7
Oh,
different
shit.
countries. So virtual is where I think I would specialize in. But as far as I have a personal virtual assistant. He basically pulled lists, co-wholesale lists. So Justin and Brandon set up the co-wholesale list. It's just that it's too many leads for me to call because I got might have like 300 different people to call, so that's a lot of company, that's a lot of everything. So I'm in the process of finding the right system right now with that.
Yeah, what I was gonna ask you, do you say you have 7 people overseas?
Yeah, but a different business though.
Okay, different various. Okay, perfect. What type
Not
of
really.
businesses, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's college homework service.
They do like clerical work? College what?
College homework service. We serve students from 40 different schools across 8 different states.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, again, now do you think those what do you pay the VAs?
Oh, my VAs. So it really varies. So I got one guy, he messages sellers. I pay him like $1 per hour for that. And
That's
maybe
cheaper
like
than Arturo.
Fuck yeah, it's cheaper, bro. I paid $3.
no, but it's just like messaging sellers, you know. And I mean, like sellers on Fiverr, for example, or sellers on Upwork. He does a lot of like admin type work for me. Not really like talking on the phone, but I had
But
a VA
still, like
quote.
a dollar for a whole person that can do one part of your business. That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's cool with it. You know, it's his minimum wage over there is less than that. So
Oh, I bet.
yeah, and
Where is that? Where is that from? Those
Pakistan.
people.
He's in
Pakistan. Oh,
but I have
okay.
people in the Philippines, Kenya, Africa, Peru, Venezuela, India.
Arturo's looking for another VA, so hook him up.
Yeah, if I can. Yeah, definitely for a dollar. Sure.
Arturo's gonna be like, I'll pay 50 cents.
Let me have 15 of this. But yeah, again, do you teach them yourself or you onboard them yourself?
Yeah, so I teach them based on. I've been working with him for 2 years. You know, we did like a text blast with Bash Driven. I was drawing with them, but also I recently hired a virtual assistant for calling the leads that responded to yes, qualifying them, pre-qualified from the Philippines off Upwork. It was $8 an hour, so but she wasn't. What do you say?
It was to, and you had to actually try to pre-qualify the client.
Yeah, it's just that she wasn't really using the script that much, and I kind of felt $8 was too much for the quality she was giving. You know, like
it is.
So I'm just regrouping myself right now.
Yeah,
like my cold caller, he's good. Again, when he works, I pay him $350.
Philippines?
$350 an hour.
No,
and he's
in the Philippines?
No, he's from Nicaragua. In my area, wow. Again, I'm mainly Spanish, so, but he knows both. He's the one that found me the 20 unit deal.
Wow. So he talks Spanish with your sellers?
Yes, he talks Spanish and English. When he's English, his English is real fluent.
Nice.
And the reason why I got a good deal, because if you look at it, again, I can definitely teach him to be an acquisition manager. The reason why I got such a good deal, I told him, you know what, I'll guarantee you the job for the year.
Wow.
So yeah, he wanted to be at $6 an hour. And then I actually had him at $3, but I bumped it up to $350.
Through Upwork?
No, he actually reached out to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So again, $350. I probably made around like 50K from his cold calling.
Nice.
So again, it's paid for a while.
I have a couple of those reaching out to me on Facebook also. I was thinking it was scams and stuff like that.
Yeah, he reached out to me through Facebook because we were in a joint group. And he's awesome. Again, he talks real nice. Again, he talks English and Spanish, which is my mainly market. He's not that good of as far as schedule wise, but when he's calling. He makes good job. So that's why he's paying $350.
You can't really track him that much, huh?
No, sometimes he leaves. He leaves. Last time he left for like almost a month.
Damn. Yeah. My $1 guy's like that too. He may leave for 14 hours and come back with the excuse, you know, like, damn, I was waiting for you, you know, company's properties and all that. But
it's like he went to drink something, they came back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, again, if you get a good cold caller that makes good calls, it's good. I get those clerical work for $1, man. That's awesome. My girl, I pay her $3 an hour, but I had her for 3 years, and that's a good price. I thought that was a good price, but $1, that's awesome.
No, he's the dollar guy. He's not making calls though. He's just admin VH stuff.
Yeah,
but it's a guy on Fiverr. I'm about to check out. He does good reviews. He makes calls also. I just didn't really want to commit to somebody, you know, 20, 30 hours a week when I haven't really seen their quality and things like that. So it's this guy on Fiverr. I could hire him for a couple hours a day, you know?
Yeah.
I tried them out, but most of the people that I tried them out, you know, they're not willing to go down for like $3 or anything like that.
Oh, no. I think I forgot how much he is. I think 25 for like 50 calls or 100 calls.
But like I really think that the prices are gonna come down now because of the recession, and they might have to accept, $2, $3 now. Yeah.
Better than
VAs are going on sale.
Exactly.
Yeah. Again, once you get one good VA, just stick with it. Stick with it. and then work around as far as money wise, as far as, okay, I need to make this much money to make sense of this VA. Yeah, move from there.
So the $8 VA had like a management company on top of her, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like she working for them and I'm paying their fee too.
Okay. Okay, I get you. But yeah, awesome. So right now, the way you're doing virtual, you're texting them first?
Yeah, texting them and then
You're
I had
doing
to
like,
leave.
go ahead.
Yeah, REI replies, texting out text messages. Similar to the coaching. Sending out text messages, and then the people that reply yes, get on the phone, pre-qualify them, and then go from there. You know.
Okay.
yeah.
What's it called? You're doing just for sale by owners?
Yeah, for sale by owner. Okay. And people I drive around in Houston, you know, I make calls, offers on them also. People that's open to it. But I'm about to, you know, I'm trying to, since this is a part-time with lease options, I'm trying to structure my schedule where I could work on co-wholesaling and lease options at the same time. I'm like in the process of getting clarity on how to go about that, you know?
So in Houston, you're just doing the driving for dollars leads?
I just moved to Houston just because I didn't want to go to Atlanta. So I'm really not marketing that much in Houston. I put out bandit signs for pre-foreclosures. I studied pre-foreclosures also. And I did door knocking in Houston. But also I started calling other bandit signs from wholesalers to try and do joint venture deals. But most of those guys didn't have nothing. And it was just like
yeah, because there's two big guys that I know of, and like I don't know if you know Ron Rana from Houston.
No, I've probably seen his signs.
That guy drops 10,000 signs a month.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's like this. I was telling you guys, like there's no you can't compete with that. So he does have those the real estate investment group that he does for free. So you can maybe just chop up business with him. Donovan Ruffin, he's from San.
What's his name?
Ron, R-O-N, Rana, R-A-N-A.
All right.
He's from Houston. So yeah, sometimes you can't compete with that. The only thing you can compete with in that area is having really good niche data where you actually physically go. Because these people, what they do is just they try to go for the low hanging fruit, but massively, because they have probably 50K in marketing, and you get deals like that. Maybe you spend 50, but you make 350, so it makes sense. But again, I don't have 50K to drop it and then get, again, hoping. I don't have, like you say, you don't have the system, you don't have the people to answer those calls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but for our area, for that area, if I was you, driving for dollars. If you don't want to do it physically, driving for dollars, pay a guy from Fiverr for $1. If you find me a guy for $1, I'll pay you $100. That all he's gonna do is just Google Maps. And because usually in my area, the last time that the Google Maps guy went by was in March. So it's pretty recent. And all he does is just drive for dollars. That address, boom, pins it. All you can do is that. You see your computer pressing the up arrow. That's all you do. That's $1 worth of income that you can sell it for somebody. So in your area, I'll get a guy that can do it for $1 all day. That's all you do. Drive for dollars. Wow. Virtually. You don't pay the service. Huh?
Using only Google Maps?
Yeah. Because you can do it, like people charge you for the fee, like the batch. They charge you for a membership, but it's just all you do is
$99 now. It used to be cheaper. Now it's $99.
It's crazy. It's stupid. It's stupid if you're an entrepreneur, it's stupid. Because entrepreneurs we're supposed to be the ones that get the best deal for ourselves. We don't pay for service. Once you be trying to become a mogul, then yeah, you systematize and you pay for the service as long as it makes sense. But like in your area, let's say I'll put them out right now.
Hey, Tori, speaking of paying, do you pay for your podium?
No, I don't have podium anymore. It was free when I had it.
Oh, what do you got now?
Real Replay. I switched it over to Real Replay.
Oh yeah.
Let me show you this. Not sure, son. Let me know when you can see my screen.
All right. Let's see it.
You see the house?
Yeah.
So all the guy is gonna be doing is this. Okay, look for the, you see on the bottom right here, it says May 2022.
Wait.
On the bottom left, on the bottom right,
Yeah.
it says May 2022. You see that? May
Yep.
2022. That's when the picture was taken. So it's recent,
Yeah.
right? So all you do is tell the guy, okay, you give him a map. You know what? I want you to drive to all this neighborhood. And you see here, there's neighborhoods. You see the address here? So, and look for the distress house. Just drive. Look for tall grass. Look for trash can. Fucked up roof. You see? Oh no, that's not fucked up. Like if you can find me a guy for $1, bro, I'm serious, man. I am willing to pay you $100 for that.
They're not that easy to find.
And he'll give you a 15-minute coaching session too.
I'll coach you, man.
Arturo?
I tell people, man, this hour usually is just me by myself. Some people are on YouTube, but they don't ask me questions, so I just talk. But if you come every Friday, man, and you come first come, first serve. If you have questions, I'll be 30, 40 minutes, just you. And if you're here all the hour, I'll answer all your questions. I don't have any filters, man.
Nice.
So
After I call these current leads, I'll have some questions, you know.
yeah, man. Negotiating like Max says, he has that deal. He's gonna have to ask for a discount. And part of the guts is like you have to ask the tough questions. I don't know if you heard the first part, like how to ask for a discount based that the economy shifted. So you see, so all he does is just tell him to do all this. Now, let's say one of the things like for you, you go, okay, you ask, I don't know if you have Propelio or you have not Propelio, but what's it called, like PropStream or whatever, or find a way. There's ways on YouTube that you can learn how to find the hot areas where people are buying, where investors are paying cash, and then you put them in that neighborhood.
Yeah, if you search, if you use here's a really good hack. If you go to Google and you type in Zillow, and then you put like let's say Houston Zillow zip codes, Zillow will pull up like the first 10 zip codes that are most popular.
Yeah, there you go. So this is the dollar. So all you do, like so far, I haven't found anything that I can say. But there's some rough neighborhoods in Houston.
Hell yeah, man.
So that's all you do. Just have him do all this all day. So let's say he finds a deal, and it's this one. Oh shit, this one. It says this one, right? You see how you can't see it?
Yeah.
Well, now you can see it. But you see, like all you do is you see 8810, and what street are you in? 8810 Laguerre Drive over here in Houston, Texas. And all you do is just this.
This is what I had them doing for batch driven. I signed up for
But you see, you're paying for batch driven because you're paying now. Okay, I don't know what you get. Do you get probably script tracing with it already?
I think that's an extra fee. Yeah, so they have upsell, man.
So what does batch driven give you?
They give you, so batch driven is like, it's basically like virtual driving for dollars, similar to Deal Machine. But then you get to add like 10 different VAs, you know, that's $199. And then they charge you, huh?
But what services does it give you? It's giving you, but like, let's say aside from driving for dollars, like, does it give you like owners already? Does it give you skip tracing?
You can look up the information when you pull out, you drive, you click at that house right there, it's going to show you the owner name, when it was bought, the price, things like that.
So see,
when last sold.
Have you heard of Glide, Tyree?
No. What's that?
Glide does the same thing. It literally does the same thing, and it's $10 a month. So basically, I already tried batch driven and Glide. So basically, what it does, what batch driven does is it's like PropStream, right? You click on it, and then all the property information goes up.
Now,
and
remember,
also when you're driving, it gives you the information too. But you don't need that. You can. It's all like free online.
I don't have batch driven anymore. I stopped that.
Yeah. So like for me, it's the ease to do, the less apps that I have, and of course free. So let's say this one, right? I have my VA, they get the address at 8810. Let's say it's not there. All you tell them to do is Google this address, and it'll come up right away. You're like, well, it's not 8810. It's not 8809. It's probably 8810. So he gets the address, right? So he gets the 8810, puts in a template, and then I have my VA. You see Spokio here? This like
Yeah.
true people search. It's free. It's not free. I pay $50, $45 for a quarter. For 3 months. So it's like $8. And it has unlimited skip tracing.
Wow.
So then I have my VA do this. So I put the address here and I search it. Here we go. There's the address. Jose Ramon is the owner, or at least the last owner in 2018. I haven't clicked here, and I just copy two numbers. I always ask for 2 numbers. I don't care for the name. I don't care for anything. Once he does the calls, I can find out that name right away. But you see, it's only Google Maps, an Excel sheet, and a skip tracer company. It's easy. You see how easy the Spokio was? Just put the full address. They don't even ask you for the name of the client. It's just the address. You can also do by phone number, and you can bring the phone number as well. So literally, Google Maps. Everybody knows how to Google Maps. And then the Spokio and the Excel. All the VAs need to do the Excel and the Spokio. So I don't have them jumping around apps. Just Google. Everybody knows probably with their eyes closed, they can do how to work Google. The Excel, the same thing, and just the Spokio. It's super easy. All you do, just click there and then save it, and then tell them, you know what, I need you to do this. As soon as you find the address of this house, you like that house, put it on an Excel sheet, and then copy that same address and put it on the Spokio. Get the phone numbers and add the phone numbers.
Got it.
Do that every single day, forever.
This
Why?
is for talking about virtual wholesaling, right?
Well, for anything, like I'm telling you, like in Houston, you can't compete with the letters. You can't compete with with bandit signs. You can't compete with SMSs because there's people like they're massively dropping 150K and more than 150K in marketing. Trust me, Ron Rana, it's just in the bandit signs, he's probably dropping like 17K in bandit signs on a monthly basis. But this one that's tedious, where you have to drive, and I'm pretty sure that he probably, again, if he was smart, he has a batch-driven app that has a VA doing this for. But again, you can compete with that because no matter how long you have it, it's still gonna take you a VA to actually go one by one.
Yeah, it's also less saturated because this is a custom list. So
yeah, this is a list that
there's
nobody
more
has.
work. Yeah.
And if you do the batch-driven, like they only like, of course, it's better when you do it physically when you're driving, because you see May, the last picture here was done in May. What if this house in 3 months went down? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't know. But when you're physically there, you would know.
So what I'm gonna do now is so I have like 5,000 leads, man, that the virtual assistants pulled from batch driven. I'm gonna add that list until REI reply and send on people text messages, because it was like 10 months ago, I pulled that list, driving for dollars. So it's still unique list. So I'm gonna use them on REI reply.
That's a good list. That list you have. Oh yeah, that's a good list.
Yeah,
Arturo loves like old data lists. He loves that list.
Yeah.
But it's distressed properties though, not least. It's not pretty houses. All majority distressed, So
yeah,
I got to switch up my marketing text campaign, and we're gonna send them out some blasts.
Because you know that bad habits are hard to break. People that have fucked up houses are always gonna have fucked up houses. People that are broke and they win the lottery, they're always gonna be broke. Like it's like a thermometer. You're happy at 80 degrees. As soon as you go to 70, you're gonna try to push it to go to 80. You're happy at earning 20K a year. As soon as you get millions, you're gonna try to spend it all to go back to your $20,000. Unless, like I was telling, when this lottery happened, the $1 billion that hit in California, the first thing, let's say, go ahead.
Somebody won?
Yeah, in California, one person. So the thing that I was gonna do is the first thing, once I get the $1 billion, the first thing is hire like 2 or 3 therapists. They need to remap my brain to becoming a billionaire brain, because I'm no longer in the millies. Now I'm in the billions. It's a totally different mentality.
Yep.
So if you don't change this, then you're gonna spend the money trying to bring your thermostat back to the millions.
T-Hard record.
So yeah, so you need to change. Yeah, switch the record to being someone that's a billionaire now. Think different, move differently, see different, kind of like Cardone level of thinking. What's it called? That's the way that you change your brain. Elon Musk kind of thinking. Because
Wow.
if you don't, you'll bring your comfort level is not gonna be here, so you're gonna drop it down. So that's why maybe even if you spend a couple of millions just in a therapist, in different therapists trying to remap your brain to think differently, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to go from 1 billion to 10 billion if you know how to do it the right way. But if you don't know, you'll go from a billion to maybe like 200 million, which is a lot still, but you lost all your wealth. I mean, so it's just changing the map. As soon as you change to another level, change the tape on top of your head. At the beginning, it's gonna be expensive, but once you're like in a billion status like that, like it was win the lottery, spend money, drop money on that, so you can change the map. But yeah, so yeah, man, driving for dollars is awesome, especially especially in Houston, because you're literally fighting with both hands now, instead of one hand behind your back. Because again, usually those people that make that, if I was like, for me, if I was Ron Rana and I'm making 150K a month, just doing what I'm doing, I'm not gonna change it. I already know that if I can spend 50K, I'll make 100. Why mix it? Just do it consistently. But for me, that I'm entering the market, I can't spend 50K to make 100, but I can spend $40 a week for driving for dollars and target that list, because I'm pretty sure he's not hitting that list as heavy as he should, because he already has something guaranteed over here.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, check out my pull a cash buyer sales list and see what areas, because Houston has 200 zip codes, man. It's crazy. So
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna target the most sales recently areas.
If you search on YouTube, let me see if I can. You know list source. Have you ever used list source before?
I heard of it. Max Maxwell had a video on that.
Yeah. So all you do is this. You follow this hack. It's free. A lot of people know how to do it. This guy knows how to do it too. Max Maxwell. I was a mentee for Max Maxwell when he was really starting up. Yeah. So all you do is that, and you get the hot zip codes in the area, and you go to YouTube, go to Google, and then you map it. Okay, where is the hot zip code? I got a zip code there, and then you, like here, you see all these neighborhoods. Once you put it here, you see these are all houses. But I don't know if it's a hot area. But you see there's houses here too. But once you have let's say you have the zip code there that is hot, then you just basically, all that area, you see that it's all this whole neighborhood right here. Just have your VA and literally have the VA print this thing and have it in his like a printout, and then just, okay, I'm driving through here, check. She draws a line through it, through here, check, and then through here, check. So you know that she's doing it, and then when she's done, just send you a picture, and you already know that neighborhood there, it's already been done. Nice.
That makes sense. That's very effective, because she don't have to drive down the same streets over and over again.
Exactly. I have, like, I'm telling you, because
I had something like that, but I think it's better to use the manual approach, because you pay less.
It's cheap. It's free.
Yeah.
If you're paying $1 for the VA, now let's say, like for the $49 for the quarter of the Spokio, it's unlimited. My VA does it unlimited. It's pennies. You pay like a penny for the skip, literally.
Wow.
So you see, like for me, it's always low cost everything. If I can find, like, it's good. If you're an entrepreneur, a natural entrepreneur, you're trying to get the best deal ever. Always. So if I can not pay nobody, that's awesome. But if I can pay $1, okay, it's a little bit of $1, but it's $1. If I can pay a penny, now how many skip traces do I need to do a month so that it can be a penny? Again, you see how my brain thinks. So let's say I'm paying $45 for the quarter, so I'm paying $15 a month, right? So you're like, how many skip traces do I have to do to get them for a penny? Divided by 0.01. I have to get 1,500 skip traces a month so that I can get them for a penny. That's nothing, dude.
Wow. I know.
But you see how when you reverse engineer it, like, man, I'm getting the VA for $1. I'm getting the VA for, let's say, 40, 80, 160 a month. And then I'm getting the searches for a penny. It's nothing, dude. It's not, it's like you're golden. You know what I mean? How you, and now you know, because if you know how to make money with no money, you'll know how to make money with money. If you know how to market and make money with like literally zero cost or like close to zero cost, you're unbeatable.
Yes, I started my college homework service for $12, box of cards, man. And
Yep.
I made 91,000 revenue in 2020, maybe over 100 last year. I didn't do my taxes yet, but yeah, and I just was arbitrage. The workers are already online on Fiverr. I'm in the US with the clients, and I became a middleman. I went viral on Snapchat.
That's wholesale. You're wholesaling homework, right?
Yeah, we do 43 different classes. So yeah.
There we go. You're wholesaling the homework, which is, it's just, you see how your brain thinks as an entrepreneur. Like that's how you, so again, an entrepreneur will always try to get the best deal for everything. Everything. There's no question about it. You're gonna try to get the best deal. If you know how to do, I can pay for a service $100 to do it, but I'm not trying to find and do it for cheaper. That's the rush. Doing it for cheaper and getting big benefits.
Nice.
So yeah, my guys. So again, that's what I would do, especially on those areas like in Houston is saturated with people. It's saturated with people that drop 30, 40, 50K in marketing. You can't compete with that. You can compete by learning. You can compete by learning the how the county works and doing the manual work that most people don't do, because most people that spend 50K, they're mainly doing the low hanging fruit. But they have money to make the low hanging fruit, because if you market for 50 and you get 5 deals, and the average deal is 25K, you're making 120, 150. It's worth it. You're tripling your money almost.
They really spending that much on bandit signs?
Yeah, Ron Rana. If you look at his YouTube video, let me see if I have it. I have him. I have him
I
on
go buy
Facebook.
100 bandit signs, nothing really.
You ain't doing shit. You're wasting your money.
Thanks, man. I bought bandit signs quite a few times. You know.
You're wasting your money, because people are dropping 50,000. This is a guy, Ron Rana. Let me see. Let me see. Run bandit signs. He had videos of truckloads of bandit signs.
Damn.
Yeah, Toro said next year he's not even gonna do bandit signs.
See, I did a hack that I can tell you again, but again, in your area it doesn't work. Like in Tyree's area, bandit signs don't work, because you can't beat, even though you get them out there where they don't come down that often. You can't. You're not even playing the same game. So Ron Rana, just go to his YouTube channel. He has a bunch of good info. Let me see if I can find the truckload with the bandit signs. Like literally every month he gets like 10, 20 bandits, 10, 20,000 bandit signs.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, you can't compete with that, dude. You can't compete with that.
That's a monster beast.
Yeah, and imagine he's paying. So that's just the bandit signs. He's probably paying $1 to put him out there. So he's spending almost $100,000 just in the bandit signs.
But if he's making it back, he's worth it.
Yeah, he's making probably like 200, 250. It's worth it. Yeah, if I pay 100, and once you hack it, then you know your average ROI. Shit, I'll do it all the time. If I can guarantee myself that I put 100K out there, I get 250. I'm not gonna move it.
I probably got him on here. So this is my
Your bandit signs.
Houston wholesalers. You know, I drove around the city. He's probably on here somewhere.
Yeah, he's probably out there. Let me see. I can't find his. But yeah, man, he does give good information. What's it called? Let me see. Yeah, I like this guy. He's from Houston. He's one of the top guys out there. He was more active on socials, but now he stopped a little bit. He's a car salesman. He came from car sales.
Oh wow, those are the best.
So he's a
guys.
hustler. You know, you have to be a hustler to sell cars.
He's like Grant Cardone.
Yeah, kind of. So again, just every marketing area has his loopholes, not loopholes, his crevices where you can sneak in and beat the competition and still make money. Like for there, driving for dollars. For
Google
Houston,
Maps. All right.
Google Maps. For Houston, finding how the data works in Houston, what gets recorded on the county records where I had to manually get there, because I know pretty sure that this guy also buys data, like the pre-foreclosures, pre-foreclosures one, the wills, the probates, all that's probably pretty much recorded in county, but he buys it from a provider because he's buying by bulk, right? So if you can beat the provider from actually, because the provider has to go literally manually and do it online. If you can be the guy that does it too, and you're doing it online the same day that the provider is doing it online, and you text him right away the same night, the provider still has to compile it and then send it over to this guy. By the time this guy gets it, it's probably a week. If you can get day one, as soon as they come out, boom, text them, blast them, and if you get 7 days head start from the bigger guys, shit, you're golden. I'm pretty sure that he does do that as far as those niche lists, but he has to wait for the compiler to get him to them. So you probably have like a 7 day, maybe like a 3-4 day head start.
Yeah, and he's not doing it. It's his VA, which
Yeah,
is not.
he's not doing it.
He's
He's just buying the service. He's just buying the service because he's at the level that I can just buy the service. You know what I mean? So again, those are the things that can help you have a leg up on this guy that's dropping a lot of money on marketing.
Thanks, bro. Really appreciate that. Well, I'm gonna hit up these leads, man.
Yeah, man, get on it, man. Again, like I say, if you need help next week, I'll be here. Again, Vic, the same thing. Vic knows that I can. Like I've learned from Vic too. He's real techy. He knows his stuff about tech and everything. But yeah, it's just a matter of just going out there and finding a way to level out the playing field with not having to spend all of your money.
Resourceful.
Right? Resourceful. Yeah, and that's where again, if you want to end the call with, America needs to go back to being more resourceful instead of depending on resources. If you become more resourceful, you'll be successful everywhere. If you just spend on resources, if the resources are gone like the diesel, you're fucked. You're fucked. No more money there for you. But yeah, man, trying to be as resourceful, and that's what an entrepreneur is being resourceful. Find a way to get the best deal out there. And if you're a true entrepreneur, you're gonna any penny that you spend is gonna hurt you. Just no matter how much it's gonna hurt you. So you, Vic, what's going on with you, brother? I know you guys been doing a lot of what's it called?
So I'm gonna see you guys next week, man.
Definitely, brother. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah, what's up, man?
How you been, man? How's your week?
It's good. Yeah, because we're more focused right now. Our priority business is the social media agency.
I saw it. Yeah, I've been seeing it.
Yeah, and what is it? Claude got like 50 likes on his last video on TikTok. It's like he just went on TikTok like last 2 or 3 days, and he's blowing up on TikTok right now.
Yeah. He's good. His TikTok, his message is good.
Yeah, his core messaging is good. We just formatted to a cookie cutter slice for the new audience. It's popping off.
That's good, man. That's definitely good, man. Was gonna tell you, because again, he has the raw data. You know what I mean? It's just because we didn't.
Yeah.
Nobody had seen it.
Yeah. We're just giving it a new marketing channel, basically. Yeah, his stuff is good. It's already good. We all know it's good. Like you learn from it, I learn from it, Justin learns from it. All the pros can learn from it too.
Yeah. No, definitely, man. That's good that what's it called? You're building up his, because and it's cheap to a level that anybody can afford. And then if you can't afford Claude, again, Justin teaches the same thing. And Justin's course is much accessible. Not the one-on-one, but mainly the what's called the calling one, the guts.
Yeah. Justin also teaches virtual wholesaling. Claude teaches more virtual consulting. Because Claude also likes to do his local market. But Justin focuses on virtual lease options. So that is also a good selling point for Justin. And one of Justin's videos yesterday on TikTok went viral too. Got like 700 something views. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing pretty good there. But we're also excited for you, man. You're gonna go into lease options. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah, again, I need to work on the website and just set it up the minimum website. I'm just waiting for the storm to come. Again, I'm not marketing to anybody right now, but again, I'm just waiting for the storm to hit. You know what I mean? As far as marketing, I haven't done anything to market to those kind of people. Again, I still do the pre-foreclosures, but those are not the ones that I'm trying to target. It has to be like the for sale by owners that I want to target. what's it called? So that I can get those lease options on properties that they're not that past due on properties on their mortgage. But it still
Mhm.
makes sense.
So you just want to pull the for sale by owner list, and
Yeah,
then-
well, that's gonna be my main target for the lease options are gonna be the for sale by owners. Maybe the expired listings, maybe
Yeah.
the current listings.
Mhm.
That's gonna be my target. Those, because again, those are the ones that they're livable because they're putting it in the market. Because they know if they put it in the market, it has to be up to the scrutiny of an inspector, so it has to pass inspection.
Yeah, it has to
Those are the
pass
ones.
it.
Those are the ones that I'm gonna be targeting, the for sale by owners. But again, like you guys, like Justin and all those guys, that's what they search for. So like I was like, okay, if they also got this, if they're gonna get the same list as me, you know what I mean, how can I? Like I was telling Tyree, if they're 10, 20 feet ahead of me, how can I be able to hack so that I can be at the same level playing field, not being?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm still figuring it out. How can I do that?
Yeah, so what you could do is one, most people are not doing for sale by owners because people like Pace Morby doesn't like it. So a lot of the current mentality is people don't like for sale by owners. So there's a more limited people that's doing for sale by owners. But then let's say now you're competing against, let's say, Justin's club, right? Now if
Yeah.
everybody in Justin's club is using the
Does
same list, using the same message, how do you stand out?
Yeah.
One is Justin pulls his list through a list provider. So there's a delay between 2 to 3 days to scrape it. So if
Okay.
you use a VA to scrape the for sale by owner manually every day, you'll have a 2 to 3 day head start of Justin. That's one. Like what you were saying before, right? If you did and you got the list very fresh within, the first hour, the first 2 hours, first 3 hours of the list coming out for your area or whatever area you have, then you can have a head start on Justin.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you change the messaging around and use, instead of text messages, use a voicemail drop, then you also have a head up because Justin's
head
sending
start.
text.
Yeah. Yep.
So those are the two ways where you could be ahead of Justin in your particular market. And also you're very local, right? He's going virtual. So his
Yeah.
net's going to be wider.
Well,
So
and that's
those are
like my plan is to go Texas wide.
okay.
That's why my website is called We Do Lease Options Texas.
Yeah.
We do Texas lease options. I think I have it on my GoDaddy. I bought the domain.
Mhm.
Because again, like my plan is to do 10, and in order for me to do 10, I gotta go Texas wide. I can't do area wide because there won't be enough clients that are willing to do that. But hopefully it will change. And I'll probably target in my area. I'll probably target not the for sale by owners only, but also those properties that are like in Zillow for a long time already.
Yeah. For your particular area, yeah, you can just have the VA just search, Houston for sale by owners on Zillow, and then have her scrape that list. It shouldn't be a lot because I think there's not a lot of for sale by owners in Texas. Like max is going to be like 300 new leads a day, if that.
If any, yeah.
Yeah, so in your area, it's probably going to be like maybe less than 50. So your VA can scrape that list fresher than if Justin pulled that list from a lead source. But also, I think Justin pulls that list every 30 days. So it's not as fresh as your VA. So that's
Yep.
a competitive point for you.
Competitive advantage there. Okay, yeah, definitely, man. That's gonna be the way that I'm gonna. But the first thing I gotta have at least the website done.
Yeah.
So that I can funnel it, because it's gonna be text, and I'm gonna probably include my website there in case they want to do lease options. And like my message will be
Why
like
would
that.
you why would you need a website to do the lease option?
Just to have it.
Okay.
It's gonna be it's not only gonna be the website. It's gonna be the website. It's gonna be the GMB. It's gonna be the YouTube channel. It's gonna be the Facebook page.
Right.
It's gonna be the Facebook profile, and the phone number. You know what I mean? It kind of solidifies. Because again, for any new channel that I do, I want to have that foot plan of all the stuff. It's free. It's
Yeah.
free stuff. It's not that it's hard to do. It's free stuff. So yeah, so that's gonna be my plan for the lease options. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, they canceled
Ah, shit.
for the guy called me after I swapped it yesterday. He called me later that he had changed it. He was not gonna be. Well, I sent you an email, bro, that I wasn't gonna make it. And hold on, let me give you the date. down take.
Hmm.
Oh, and take. So
He canceled it. L
Yeah.
will send Zoom. Was that yes? He says he will.
so
He
Monday,
changed it to Monday.
Monday
Okay.
at 2:45 Central. Yeah, I changed it, but I guess he didn't see it. And then he called me at. I was on a Zoom call. He called me at 4:40, no 3:40. And like, what happened? Like, no, I was gonna cancel it. Why I canceled it already? I didn't. Like, oh, I didn't see you had canceled it. He's like, is Monday work? Like, yeah, Monday works. What time? 2:45, 2:45 works. So Monday at 2:45.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what their thing is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell you what parameters they look at.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it has to be, since the guy's a data guy, it has to be Facebook issues, Facebook searches, Google searches, I contrasted against what else can you add? YouTube searches.
Because I think
Um,
it's predictive data, right? So it's not only data that is already existing. It's like based on these hot zones and these zip codes and this person's lifestyle, this person may be going to sell in the predictive future.
They're gonna build an avatar, basically,
Yeah,
an advanced avatar, and they're gonna try to match people that look to like this avatar.
yeah,
But it's 25K. That's crazy.
yeah. That's a very niche. Well, it's kind of fair because I know one of Claude's students also does a data management company, and their client avatar spends like $15,000 a month on marketing. So they sell their data to people that spend 15K at least on marketing.
At least,
So
yeah.
if this company is selling 25K package, and that would work for that audience. So that means there is an existing audience that spends like that. For example, if this guy sent it to the Ron guy you were talking about, he would
Mhm.
probably drop 25K for his area because he's
Yep.
dropping 17K for fucking bandit signs every month. This is nothing for him.
Yep. No, I'm pretty sure we will. Because again, the money's there as far as what's it called? If you spend 25K for the just for the list,
Yeah.
and you're gonna get, let's say, 40,000 plus plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, you're gonna get 60,000 leads. You're gonna text them, you're gonna RVM, you're gonna mail them, you're gonna call them, you're gonna do all the channels. You're gonna
Yeah.
Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads. Like you're gonna try to monetize as much as possible. So you're probably dropping just in text, just in the letters, you're spending 30K a year, 35K. That's 30 if you do
Wow.
one round of letters, because 50 cents per letter. If you do 3 rounds, usually you want to touch it 4 times. It's 30, 60, 90, 120.
Yeah.
So $120,000 plus 60, that's 180 just for letters 4 times, not even that many. Texting. Let's say you text them once a month. You try to blast them once a month. You're probably spending what? At 7 cents. What is that? Let's say just best case scenario is 60,000 times 0.007. No, 0.007. 420 for one day. You're gonna probably send them probably like 10 texts a month.
Yeah.
Times 10. You're spending another what? 6K, 7K a month in texting. That's just texting, not answering. And then so that's we're close to 180 already. And that's in a month times 12, another 50K a year. So 180
Yeah.
plus 50K. So you see, all this is gonna probably be around 300,000 that you're gonna be spending on it. So if you spend 300,000 divided by 12, spending around what, 25K a month in marketing, just in basic marketing. That's not including dialing. That's not including RVMs. That's not including your people that can answer your calls. You have to have at least 5 people that are gonna answer the calls. You gotta have
Yeah.
at least
And they
2 or
better be
3
good too. They better be
two to-
fucking trained.
2 or 3 acquisition people, and then
Yeah.
1 or 2 dispose. You see another 1 or 2 transaction coordinators. So you have to have all this system to monetize it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's how crazy that is, and it does work where you can do it. You just need to
And
make
that's
sure that
and that's per market, right? Because if you wanted to expand for another market, then you have to spend another boatload of money.
25K, yeah. And the good thing is that what they say is that they cap it. You know what? Only 3 people can have this list. For
Three,
that-
three per area. Oh,
per se,
interesting.
yeah, per se, for 3 or per area. Because again, yeah, if you're paying 25K, I want some type of exclusivity. You know what I mean? I don't want everybody to have it. C Buyer does it as well. C Buyer, what is it called? They do it like that as well.
They do it three people
3
per
or
area?
4. That's what they say.
Okay. But it must be within a zip code, not a zip code, a mile radius, right? Like let's say like X zip code within 25 miles, or only 3 people can have it.
Yeah, only 3 people can have it. Hold on. Hold on, let me just. I'm reviewing this contract. The seller was supposed to pay every buyer. Hold on. Buyer pays. Yeah, normal closing conditions. Okay. Yeah, this guy bumped his ink. Hold on, let me just do something real quick. Okay, I'll look at it right now. So yeah, I'll probably buy the C because, and they called me. You know, we were talking about C Buyer a week ago, or a week or 2 weeks ago. They called me. C Buyer called me, but I didn't answer the call. I have let me see, I have it here.
Oh, they want a sponsorship? They want to give you a sponsorship?
No, they want to sell me the service.
Oh shit.
Let me see.
You should ask them for an influencer discount.
Yeah.
Calling from the buyer. I was reaching out to you in regards to the sellers and buyers in your area, but I need to get in touch with a local real estate professional. I was wanting to try to connect you with them before the area sells out. You can call me back at 417-815-0304.
So they called me the 7th of November. So I'll probably buy it because again, depend. I'm pretty sure I won't buy this the Authentic. Hopefully I can use your brain to hack it, a little bit.
There's always a hack. Like as
Yeah.
you said earlier, like as an entrepreneur, right? You are always trying to find the best way for yourself. Like
Yep.
I know the people that they're selling the $25,000 package to are people with huge teams that don't want to figure out how to bypass them and figure out the cheaper version of them. You know?
Yeah, it's like I was telling Tyree, like if you have the system where if you're spending 100, you make 250, you don't care to try to find it cheaper. You're already set. I'm making 150. So what's the point of trying to hack it?
Yeah. Those are for the people that are already in the scaling position and they want to be more like the CEO, and then they already have a marketing team and a cold calling team, and now they want to open up a new division, and then they have like this young kid, this young acquisitionist that's going to lead the operation that they know a little bit about it, but then they don't know all of it, and then they'll run a test, right? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter because they have 5 other marketing channels that brings them in money. Like if that $25,000 test fails, they don't care. But for the newer people or people with smaller teams, right? $25,000 is a lot.
Yep, it's crazy. It's crazy a lot. But again, if you have the team, if those 300,000 make you 3 million, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So again, that's where you have to have the team to be able to afford.
Yeah, because you were thinking about, I think this was the topic the last time, is you were thinking about whether you were gonna go bigger or just continue to do the same amount of things, right? You were still in like deciding whether you wanted to hire another VA and hire another acquisitionist. You were still deciding.
Yes. So again, it all depends on what's it called? how do I do it? As far as, do I stay like this and just again increase? I don't know if you saw the early part of the video. What's it called?
Oh yeah,
So
increase
and-
the deal size, right?
Yes.
The average deal size.
Yes. Either that increase the deal size and get a bigger discount on the when you ask for a reduction in price. So you see, I'm trying to make with the same type of deals that I'm making that I have. I want to increase a little bit more. If I can increase 1,000 in a wholesale assignment, and I can increase 3,000 in reduction in price, like on the sell side, on the buy side, then I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good for you because like if that's let's say you increase it by an average of 3,000 to 5,000 per deal, and you do an average of 40 deals per year, 40 times 4,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is a lot of money. So again, you see, if you
And for the
make
same amount of work,
Exactly. It's just talking a little bit better, hacking a little bit better, and then selling a little bit better. So yeah, my guy, that's what I'm thinking of doing. Either I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy a C buyer. I'm pretty sure because that's gonna be the cheap stuff. And again, it's not only the 400 leads that I get that month. I also get the 1,200 that I get from previous.
Yeah.
So now I'm gotta hire a VA so I can scrape that off.
Yeah, you got to hook up with Tyree, get his dollar VA.
Yeah, last time I got it from what's it called? What's it called? I got him from Fiverr.
Yeah. Actually,
So
it's not
it's-
that hard. Like, especially now, like you said, with the inflation, it's not going to be hard to find that VA. There's going to be a lot more people because a lot of people are firing. A lot of people are going out of jobs. Like, a lot of the these VAs, these real estate VAs, they work for realtors. And now if realtors are going out of business, that means a lot of VAs that are trained by realtors, they're up for grabs.
Yep. So again, that's where the market's gonna be there. Those highly qualified skills there, but there's no market for them.
Yeah.
So they have to bring their prices down. Hold on. And hold on. And looking. Yeah. Sellers. Estimated profits. Net profits. So have you got any other clients?
Yeah, we got a restaurant, a pretty upscale restaurant. They're doing like at least 5 figures a month. So these and they're not doing that much marketing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so a lot of
Who are you
businesses-
using for your? Are you gonna be using a video company for the restaurant? Because it's different for the restaurant.
Yeah, so because it's local, this one's local, so we can send someone to do it.
Oh, local
if
to
we
your
wanted
area.
Yeah, local to our area. We can
How much
send
are you charging a
someone-
month on that one?
Yeah, so we have a retainer for this one. It's also a revenue share model. So we charge a flat fee to set up, and then we charge this one is about 20% revenue share because we can actually because we have their numbers, right? Because restaurants always keep the amount of income that they make per month.
Okay.
And then above the amount that they make, because we can gauge, if you made $15,000 this year, this month, and the next year you make next month you make $25,000.
That's gonna be 20% of that.
That's obviously because you're marketing. It's not anything else. Because if
Okay.
your average is that, then we'll take a split of that one. So we can take like 20%, 25%
Of the
of
of
that-
the excess.
of
business.
that excess. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the
What does the
real
retainer
way.
fee look like?
So the setup fee is 5 figures. So basically what we do is we set up because in the beginning you don't know what content works, right? Because it's
Okay.
like maybe they like this content or not that content. So we have to test a lot, and we also onboard them, teach them how to record content, how to manage their team, what types to post, which hashtags to post, which content channel is going to work best. So we have to train their team, their existing team, because they suck. So we have to retrain them.
They have a marketing team.
Yeah, most companies, they have like one person that's doing their team, right? If they can make 5 figures a month, they're doing something right? But they're not doing it good. As in, for example, not to hate, but for example, Claude, right? Claude's great as in marketing, but there's other channels he's not using, or
Yeah,
he's not doing shorts.
He's
Yeah.
doing newspaper kind of marketing.
Yeah,
He's not doing the other
right.
new.
But his content is good, so
Yeah.
he just has a marketing problem. It's
He's
not
gotta take
like
it-
you just take it to the next level, right? So where we can maximize the efficiency, and Claude is also like, he makes 5 figures a month too, so it's easy to amplify that with proper marketing on things that are already like the highest and latest tech, right? So it was like, these are the channels that are working this month. These are the most bang for your buck, because organic marketing is always going to outperform paid marketing.
Yeah.
And so we're doing that for the restaurant. We can charge them a nice fee to set up.
What's the setup, like 10K?
Yeah, it's minimally 10K, and then it's about 20%
profit
to
sharing.
25% of profit sharing above revenue, which is very fair for them, because if they're already making 15K per month at least, 10K setup, 25% share, and to double your revenue or triple your revenue, that's only 1 month of revenue for you.
Yep.
It's a good, and then you get like for 12 months increase, like just say you double in the first month, you already made your money back from the restaurant's point of view.
Yep.
But now, like, once you get set up, it can run forever, right? And then we can also charge a retainer fee. Like, let's say they don't want to train their team, they want us, and then we can outsource it with another team, our own team or internal team, and then they just do like that, because most people, they don't care. They just want, oh, just do it for me, and we'll charge you as a retainer. It's like, okay. Or we can train your team like we're doing now. And we can make sure that person can run their own content. Like, you have your own team, and then it's cheaper for you to just run it like that. So those are our 2 business models. And actually, it's really high in demand too, because a lot of businesses, like even like your laundromat or your local business, your local supermarket, is making 5 figures a month easy. And they have shit marketing. They're using newspapers. Your local supermarket's making 5 figures, and they're using newspapers.
Yep.
So the market's out there.
Yeah, definitely, man. It is. I was gonna ask you, that retainers for a year, for 6 months, a quarter?
So the setup fee is a one-time setup fee. That's an onboarding fee. So we test the content, and we set up, let's say, a 3 month to a 6 month, depending on what it is. But usually we base it on performance, right? So if we look at how much they're actually making right now. So are they making 15K at least? Are they making 25K at least? And then you can charge them based on the performance of what they're making, not what, like the market price is going to be different from the actual what they're making price. And the same thing.
Does your retainer vary from a company that
Yes.
makes, which I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, because like,
Hold on, let me answer this. Hold on.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Hey, Tony, sorry, man. I meant to press answer and I pressed the end call. What's going on, brother?
I was just eating lunch with my dad and left right now. I saw your message. Okay, so yes, the buyer is paying the title, and the reason for the 4.5 instead of the 3 is, if you'll see on the very bottom, or I think one of the last pages, he's asking for 3% instead of the 1.5 that we advertised. Now, my reading in the situation is this guy is kind of like, well, I'm bringing something good. Agents, they sometimes do that. I mean, we could try and slap his hand back, but I don't know. I would probably just give it to him. It's not me taking an extra $1.
No, I know. That was what I was thinking. I saw that he put his MLS, I guess his number there as far as his license number. So it looks like he wants to double dip, right? Is he bringing the buyer or he's the buyer?
No, he's bringing the buyer.
Oh,
from what I
perfect.
understood. So that's why, it would be like, well, let's just give it to him because, the thing is that the low commission stuff, it works, but it's because there's the shadow of another buyer.
Yeah.
If this guy kind of has this guy on the line, he could just say, no, you know what, I can find a better investment somewhere else. And so sometimes they try and assert themselves like that.
Yeah. Let's not fight over $1,000, man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm because I saw the fee. I was like, man, I went up. But yeah, I was thinking, and I saw the MLS, his license number, like, oh, he probably wants to do a double dip. But I was gonna ask you as well, just make sure that the closing is gonna be paid by him, right?
Yes, the title will be paid by you, by the buyer, but you will be paying an escrow fee of $425, which is just for the title company to handle your paperwork.
Okay.
That's the normal cost. It's usually escrow fee, then the title policy.
I get you. Perfect, man. So which title company is he using? Do we know?
It is on the contract. I'd have to check again, and then I could answer that. Sorry, I just had hopped in the car.
I'll look at it right now. I just signed it right now.
Okay, well, hang tight. I'm bringing it up. It was with Yvette Aguirre and Westlaco. He didn't put the name. Capital Title.
Okay, sounds good, man.
So they're solid. I'll go and check the email. I'll send it to them, and then we'll start rock and rolling on this.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Tony, for getting this done, man.
Yeah, no problem. We're just getting started. Have a good day.
Likewise, be safe, man.
Bye.
Bye. So that was the deal. Just that the commissions went up from 3% to 4 or 5. Like, yeah. And then I saw the license from the other buyer, the other realtor, like, oh yeah, this probably added on top.
But you still made the deal work, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So again, I'm making 30K on that one. So
yeah,
no hard feelings on that one.
$1,000 for marketing. He'll want to do a deal with you again next time.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So yeah, man, that was that one.
Congrats, man. That's money.
Yeah.
Good. $30,000 close.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I more than double my money. I more than double my money on this one. I more than double my money on the other one, and I have another one pending the same way. So again, the money's out there, man. The money's out there. You just gotta make sure that you get the right deals at the right place.
Yeah, congratulations.
Let me just text it. Hold on. But yeah, man, again, yeah, going back to your TikTok and stuff like that. Yeah, man, it's great money. It's great. Just doing like you said, make sure if the company's making 20K a month, then let me ask you this. What if they don't have the financials?
Then
what if they don't know?
What if they don't know if then they're not pre-qualified. Like, you should run away. Like, that's a lead that you don't want to touch.
How about even if they give you a retainer?
But then they're going to give you a bad review, right? Because if you do it just for the money, because it's much harder work for you to create the results. For example, let's say we started working with somebody that didn't have any social media presence. Then you have to confirm that they can actually do stuff. Versus if you use someone like Claude, who is already good content, already has a base, already has a following. All you have to do is just add gasoline to the fire, right? He only has a marketing problem, so just fix that. And he doesn't really have a marketing problem. I'm just saying that, like, he could add on to his existing marketing with the newer stuff. That's a newer channel that can bring him a lot of money, a lot of revenue, a lot of people that want to learn how to become good at sales or real estate. Like exactly how we learned from him, but now the newer audience And not only TikTok, he's also putting in Instagram. He's also incorporating the YouTube Shorts.
Yep.
And with us, he also gets to explore different types of, brainstorm. One of the good thing is collaboration, right? Like when we talk, you get the new ideas, and that can generate the RVMs, and then the RVMs brings you the deal, right? The
Yep.
collaboration is also very key in importance as well.
I get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good,
For the people listening, just even if you look in your local market, there's plenty of markets out there, industries that need local advertising. Like they're making 5-6 figures easily. They're businesses, and they're solopreneurs too.
Yep.
They're like 1, 2, 3 people shows
How do
that
you
make
sell?
5.
How do you sell again? The cost.
So you need to, so first, like Claude says, there's always a price or a trust issue. Those are all the objections. So
Okay.
when you target and okay, so let's say when we reach out to somebody, right? So it's always almost through a referral. So let's say, so how we got this client is a restaurant friend of another restaurant that we know. And my partner used to work in the restaurant industry. So she has a lot of restaurant contacts, and people
Okay.
know her because she used to work in the restaurant industry. And she was actually the left-hand person of a person that's actually very wide in our market.
Okay.
So that's a referral base. And so what we did is we reached out because we did our social media marketing, and we gave
Okay.
this company and another company free samples. So two of them
of
the social media marketing
service.
So
Okay.
the service. So we gave them a couple examples, and then some of them posted on their thing, and it didn't work very well. But then one of them, this restaurant, posted it, and it went viral just from those 2 shorts that we did.
So, like, what qualifies as a viral for them? Like 1,000 views?
It went like 3,000, 3,500, but their average one was like 200. So
Okay. So it was a
3,500.
big difference.
Big difference, right? And we already identified when we talked to them that this was their current marketing, and they have a problem. Like they're not using these techniques, they're not having that techniques. It's, for example, if you and me were talking, and then you could identify all the problems in my, I could have made more money here in the negotiation.
your
I could
pitch.
have talked about this and that. And so we identify it for them, but we don't just tell them, we actually just show them a video. We send them the video, and then we just say, hey, why don't you just post it? And if it doesn't work well, then no harm, no foul. But if it does work well, let's talk more, and let's see if we can produce that for you. Because that 4,500 views, that 3,500 views brings in customers too. It's not
Yep.
just like, boom, it brings in an event. And right now, what's happening is it's getting closer to the season, right? So, one of the reasons why it blew up is because it was on Halloween. So on Halloween, things get more exciting.
Yep.
Things get more traffic. People want to spend more money. And right now, as we're going into the holidays for Thanksgiving and Christmas, people are going to be lightening up their wallets. They're going to go to restaurants more. So you use that in your pitch. Like, hey, people are going to spend money. Don't you want double your customers? Like, okay, let's averagely look at your, average months and stuff like that. How much are people spending? How many people are going to your door? And how much promotion are you doing? And let's see your average promotion rate. Okay, well, what if we can double, triple, quadruple the views? How much would that, you think? So the question I usually ask is, well, how much do you want to do next year? How much do you want to do in the next 6 months? What do you think the potential is? And if they say it's like double of what they can do, then you ask them, well, what are you doing right now to get there? And usually they'll say these things that are related to their product, but never to their marketing. And then I'll identify the issue. Well, your product is good because you have like 4.9 stars on reviews in Yelp. But what about your marketing? How many people are you actually targeting? What are you doing? and then they'll say, well, I usually run ads, and I did ads before, but then they didn't work out.
Okay.
And then they say, well, how much did you spend on ads? And then when you hear the words like, I spent $5,000 on ads, but it didn't work out, or I spent $10,000 on ads, it didn't work out, that's a qualifier, because they spent money on marketing and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know, I tried using RVMs before, but then it didn't work out. Well, when you were using RVMs, what were you doing?
You know what? One of the things that you can add to your service,
Mhm.
that I told my sister. My sister's a professional hairstylist. She's been doing it for 20 some years. Is text marketing.
Yeah.
So for the restaurant, the way like, well, how do I get numbers? It's going to be kind of intrusive to ask for the number.
Yeah.
What you can do is free Wi-Fi. And you know, there's free Wi-Fi. The way you can get the Wi-Fi is either you just press accept or you put your phone number
Yeah.
to get the code. And then that means you have the data now. Now you have the phone number. Once you have, let's say, a database of 1,000 clients that come to your restaurant, guess what you do? Hey, good evening. We have a special today, 5% off if you bring this this code, fall 2022. How many fucking clients? If you have that database of 1,000 clients, that's just initially. But if it's a big clientele like that, a big restaurant, and you have 3,000 clients that come through there and they got the number because of the Wi-Fi, and then you put it in the disclosures that you might be text or whatever, they'll accept it. They want the free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's like us when we read the policies. Just press yes.
Yeah.
And guess what? You use I'd rather reply to blast them. And that's another component. That's another $3,000 that you charge a month
Yeah.
for text blasting. We collect your data and we monetize it. How? If we get promotions, we text them. We text them twice or two, 3 times a week. Hey, pre-promotion. And the way that we track it, they have to bring a code, fall 22 or JD 24, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
And trust me, like that, like I told my sister, when you want to unload product that's gonna be already towards the last part in the shelf, like shelf life, text them, hey, this Avea shampoo for $99 is now $70.
Yeah.
They're gonna fucking flood the fucking, and they don't know that it's 7.7% of a penny for us.
Yeah.
They just, oh shit, text him. Oh, he's gonna probably be like this on the phone. 1, 2, 3, texting them. It's a lot of work. So they don't know the technology that we can just click one button and blast them all.
Yeah.
So you see that, I would add that to your, because I don't know if you heard of the guy called Ben Atkins.
No. Who's that guy?
Google it. Ben Atkins does what's it called? There's a program that he has that's called Ben Atkins.
Benjamin Atkins, American serial killer. Is that guy?
No. He's from Canada. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. So again, this is the reason why I'm telling you this, because again, I want to open that revenue stream in my area as well. What he does from the texting service, he provides that service to clients that want to text to that they want to market, right? But through texting.
Yeah.
Right. The way that he does it, I don't know the way, but that's the way I kind of understood it. He does it like that, where he charges he asks the client to create the Wi-Fi and then accept the phone number, not email, the phone number, and just text them and tells the client, hey, Mr. Client, what do you want to text your clients today? And he's like, well, promotion, give me a promotion, something. Let's make them next to 20K this month, and then you just text the promotion. Did you find him?
Yeah.
He was a dentist at first.
No, I got a bunch of other stuff. I'm not sure. Is it Ben Atkins, like ATKIN?
No, AD. Atkins.
AD. Mobile entrepreneur.
Yeah, he's bald. Oh, he has a YouTube channel, I think.
Serial
Yeah.
progress seeker, maybe.
Yeah. That's him. And he says, like, for what's it called? For roofers, not roofers, tow truck drivers, tow truck companies. They want to get clients, restaurants, dentists, any service business that has a lot of foot traffic for clients. Again, you can just sell the service for $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
Plus marketing costs.
Yeah. It's actually so this is actually a real business model. People charge $3,000 just for the text marketing to manage that list.
Probably more.
Yeah, to do that. And the cool thing is, for the people out here listening, you can do it all in REI Reply.
Yep.
Yeah. Like if you wanted to run this business, you can use REI Reply to do that exact service.
Hold on.
Yeah, while Arturo's on the phone. Yeah, you guys can use that because REI Reply has a lot of the functionalities of Go High Level, and Go High Level is the original one, and this is REI Reply is just the white label version of Go Higher Level. And you can, build websites, build funnels, have text messaging, follow-up messaging, a lot of the same techniques that we use in real estate. We can use that to help local businesses grow their own business.
Yep.
The same strategies.
Yep. So again, just monetizing the strategies that we know: shorts, texting, websites, landing pages, GMBs, YouTube videos. You see how the same model you can do for any company that's a service company. And usually the reason why it's a service because they have food traffic.
Yeah.
Restaurants, whatever, etc.
And it's a great passive income model because let's say you set it up right and you can have that $3,000 retainer with with that person. You're giving them, X amount of revenue, and let's say you pay a VA to run the text messaging thing for them.
For $500 a month.
You get a huge spread right there. Right. All you have to do is call these these business owners, create a relationship, make sure that maybe, every 90 days you have like a follow-up kind of touch point so they don't consider somebody else, but you have that personal relationship. You're making, $2,000, $2,500 per month in your pocket, passive income. That's better than honestly some lease options out there. So consider that, guys. It's not that hard to run that business. Yeah,
especially when switch the real estate knowledge to other avenues. But yeah, man. So Monday, 2:30, 2:45, the Zoom call for Dante. Hopefully we can get some information from there and monetize that. I'll probably buy the C buyer this week. Well, I'm gonna call and see when I can get the best promo for the C buyer. Great information, man. Again, from what you're doing with your shorts and everything and social media, TikTok. Because now I feel that there's income there for people that want to make passive income and not too it's knowledgeable it's valuable for the client that doesn't know how to do it. That's easy for us. It's like riding a bike for us. But for the client, like, oh shit, I don't know how this works. Just here, $5,000, just do it.
Yeah. A thing is, I think that I learned from working with Uncle Claude is a lot of his clients don't know how to use a computer properly. And a lot of his clients, they have a lot of money, right? A lot of money to work with Claude, and because they're business owners, they've been doing it for years. But since technology moves so fast, it's a huge pain point. And the service you're providing for these people that have money is that it's your time. You will manage the VA, you will manage the service, right? And you will make them a lot more money. They don't want to handle that stress. And you can provide this service for them. Just make a great offer to provide the convenient service, because the more richer you get, the less time you have. And so you want to work with those people that have a lot of money, but not a lot of time. And you provide that service for them. You give them a lot of value, and you can make a lot of money this way.
Yep. And again, it's just a matter of those people that have a lot of money, like the restaurateurs, their business is restaurants.
Yeah.
The car salesman, their business is car sales, closing.
Yeah.
Those people that work with Claude, they're closers, they're salesmen.
Yep.
Because if you do this, if you have a cup full of energy and you try to dump it into marketing just to save some money, you're gonna suck at sales, and you probably gonna suck at marketing.
Yep.
So you're cannibalizing against your system. You know what? I don't care. Here's 5K. Do your job. I must. Whatever you bat towards me, I'm gonna hit it.
Yep.
All right, my guy.
Yeah. And
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll see you on Monday.
But yeah, thank you, Vic, for being here. Thank you guys for hanging on.
Yeah.
You know, there's money out there. Again, just a matter of getting it done. Look into that Bet Ankins, guys. So you can, like, especially for the client that you already have, that's a restaurant. You know what? Hey, we just added this new promotion. We're gonna be charging 7K, but I can give it to you at half off because you're already my client.
We're gonna say it's what was the word you use? Executive program.
Executive program, yeah, for our executive clients, because now you're a client for me. Trust me, man, that works. And if that client goes from a 10K to a 20K client, shit, 10 of those a year, you're set.
Yeah, a lot of it's gonna be passive too. So all right,
and then you
See
get
you
the
guys.
ace in there and go in there. All right, man. Have a good day. Be safe. Have a nice weekend, man. Monday, 2:45.
All right, I'll see you there.